Hey guys, it's Garrett, Tactical Repair. Appreciate you tuning in again. Hope you guys are all doing good today. Fine sunny day down here in Southwest Louisiana. Couple things I wanted to talk to you guys about today. One of them is, why am I not putting out videos as often as I would like? Which is also the same reason that my shop is such a god-awful mess. And if you want to look around here, I'll show you. Believe it or not, this is not normally how my shop is, where I've just got crap laying everywhere. At one point in time, and not too long ago, it actually was nice and organized, and there was more than just a footpath through here, but it's got really bad over the past few months. And the reason for that is that, as I've mentioned in other videos, I'm fighting this infection on my arm that has been a recurring issue over the past about 3 years, resulting from an accident and a surgery where I was not given antibiotics after my surgery and sent home, and I got gangrene. So that infection keeps coming back, and now it's you know, it gets better and then it gets worse, and it gets better and it gets worse, and that's why my place is such a damn mess. I get tired of sitting in the house, and I come out and try to do some work and get things done, and I work until I literally can't anymore, and then I just drop everything and I go inside feeling like shit. So that's the reason for that. That's the reason I can't get my videos done as often as I'd like for you guys, and the reason that things are such a mess, which is, almost makes me not even want to come out here. I can't stand this kind of stuff. But anyway, that's just a short explanation as to that. You know, most people don't care if a shop is messy as long as the guy that owns it knows what he's talking about. But me, personally, I don't like it in my shop because it is my shop, and I like to be able to find things when I need them. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is a waste oil processing system. Now, I cannot take all the credit for putting this one together. It was given to me as part of a deal for some work I did on another fellow's truck, but I've done some modifications to it, and I'm just kind of getting it where it's gonna do what I think I want it to do. So let me turn the camera around and show you. This is, if it'll focus, this is the waste oil processing system, and this will work for motor oil or vegetable oil. As you can see, I've got some vegetable oil here. I did about 10 gallons with it yesterday, and it seems to work. That was just with the filtration side, not with the centrifuge side. So what we have here is an intake hose with a wand on the end, so you can stick it down into a bucket or a jug or whatever, and a shut-off valve here, and it goes into an 80 mesh screen and then through a Harbor Freight 110 volt clear water pump, which actually works pretty well for this, surprisingly. There's also a screen under here. I'm not sure what mesh it is, but it's not nearly as fine as this one, so this really doesn't get dirty. It comes out to a goldenrod filter. I think I've got a 10 micron filter in there. And it comes out to a 3-way or T-fitting with a shut-off ball valve on each side of it. So if I close the bottom, open the top, what it does is it pumps my screened and pre-filtered oil up into the top tank, and I built a spray bar and put in there in that tank because it was all full of crud on the sides and stuff when I got it, and I figured the spray bar will help keep things from building up on the sides. Or I can shut off this valve, open this valve, and I can just pump something straight out of a container through this filter, and then through a 5 micron and a 2 micron filter, and then to my nozzle. I can pump it into another jug or whatever. That's what I've been doing, or what I did yesterday, just to test the system, see if I didn't have any leaks and see how well it filtered. But if I pump the oil up to the top, use that as a settling tank, and I haven't used any of this yet, the centrifuge side. Like I said, I'm just getting it running, just kind of seeing what it does. But the idea is that you open this valve here, and a gravity feeds through that filter, and then you can adjust your flow through this ball valve here, which comes down into the back of this. And this is a homemade centrifuge. Like, none of this is actual professionally made. The guy I got it from made this. Just some aluminum that he welded together with a pool pump motor on it. And it spins, seems to work. There was a bunch of crud in it. It was almost locked up when I got it. I had to clean it out, take it all apart and clean it out. Clearance part of the drum that was hitting. But when that runs, the junk is supposed to drain out of this, and your clean oil, which comes out over the top of that drum there, comes out here and then into this bottom tank. These are both 200-gallon tanks, top and bottom. And the idea is, from the clean tank, you're supposed to be able to open this valve and draw up through here, back through the screen, which I put on there, it wasn't there before, and then back through the pump, and then of course all of this I put on. So you could run your centrifuge stuff back through your 2 filters, and then through your 5 micron and 2 micron filters for a finalized, really clean fuel. I'm not sure how well any of this is going to work yet. This is my first shot at a fuel processing plant, so to speak. Just the filters themselves seems to work great. The vegetable oil that I've been filtering, it comes out nice and clean and amber colored. Of course, the point of a centrifuge is to sling out all the microscopic stuff that a filter won't pick up. And that's the kind of stuff that, when it burns, ends up coking the end of your injectors. So we'll see how that works. I put 10 gallons of that in my deuce yesterday, and I'm about to do a few more containers. See how well it burns, and if it ends up coking any of the injectors or what. I'm not sure how well it's going to gravity feed through that filter without being heated, because it's a plastic tank. I can't heat it. So that is one flaw in it. But hey, I just wanted to show you that. It's a good start for me, an experimental setup. I'm going to see how it goes. I may end up completely doing away with the plastic tanks and putting some stainless steel tanks up there if I can find them for a reasonable price, and heating them, or I don't know, maybe coming up with an entirely different system altogether, but we'll see. I just wanted to throw that out there, show you a few things. If you're thinking about doing a fuel processing system on your own, which, by the way, the deuce and a halves, the multi-fuel engines love vegetable oil. They'll run on it as long as it's not full of crap or water. They love it. So hopefully that'll help you. Let me know, if you've got one that you've built in yourself. Let's see if you can throw some pictures or something in the comments down there. I'd like to see what the rest of you guys are doing for this, and maybe it'll help me out. Anyway, hey, I appreciate you watching. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. Feel free to share my videos and my channel, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks.